I'd like to invite you to just give your little lecture first, and then we will probably take question lah.
Okay, so I'm just going to share my something that I prepared. So basically, kenapa usahawan perlu jenama peribadi? So basically, why I wanted to discuss about this topic is because, you know, I do some coaching and I also do some classes on how entrepreneurs can use and leverage social media to further expand their business and to create awareness about their business. So most of the time, Rina, a lot of entrepreneurs, they will have a social media account for their company, and they also have a social media account for themselves. You know, I also do that. You know, I'm Tini Arifin, and then I have Dibilet lah, we have Rice Bowl, and then, you know, I open so many for things that hobby lah, interest lah, you know, because you know that a certain social media that you want to create is specifically, like for example, for your business, you want it to be very business related. But for owners, especially for SMEs, they will also have their own personal ones where they share more about their family, what they do, and you know, their activities, which is away from their business. So they keep that separate. So a lot of entrepreneurs keep this separate, which means that there's no cross promotion between their personal platform and their business. So I've also met one founder. He is a guy. He founded this makeup company with his another friend. So I said, and we had a short session on digital personal branding, and he asked me whether I could have a look at his Instagram. So I have a look at his Instagram, his personal Instagram, and I scroll just about 5-10 pictures, a lot of traveling, a lot of nice OOTD, and I said, you know what, I will never know that you are a makeup founder. For me, if I don't know you, I look at your Instagram, for me, you are a travel blogger. There was no sharing anything about the makeup. Then he said, oh, you know what, I do that on my business account. So I think in this day and age, you know, I think it's a missed opportunity when you do not leverage on all your platform. And then some founders find it, I don't know why. Okay, I'm trying to also to understand this. They feel a little bit shy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, malu lah nak promote I punya produk dekat I punya platform. Tapi produk you apa kan? Kenapa you nak kena malu? Okay, so some of them say, oh, you know what? Oh, on my platform, I have my family and friends, and they don't know I'm selling makeup, say for example. So I think there's a lot of how to say a dilemma inside, you know. And I think that this is one thing about being entrepreneur. You have to be thick skinned.
Yes.
You cannot be malu with your product. You know, so what if you're selling makeup? You have to really believe in it. If you're selling juices, so you know, you wouldn't know. Maybe your first customer or your regular customer is your mom.
Yes.
And the first reason why you don't want to share on your personal Facebook or IG is because I don't want my mom to know that I'm selling juice, like makeup or juices. So I think we feel that we feel so concerned about what other people think about us that we don't leverage it fully. So I always tell entrepreneur, you need to think within, you need to make peace with yourself, okay? That you must, if you want to do this 200%, you need to be able to share what you do with everyone. Yeah, not keep business is business, personal is personal. Yeah, but definitely I won't suggest you use your business account to show your cat lah, what you eat lah, about your children lah. You can keep that to your personal account. Yeah. So so using this, you know, entrepreneurs need to identify the values to craft for themselves a unique and outstanding brand. I'm not saying that you have to talk about your product all the time. Every time post dengan, okay, belilah pen saya, belilah my hair clip. No, I mean, you can weave that post. Maybe today you talk about your product, tomorrow you talk about something motivational, on the third day maybe you want to talk about your healthy habit eating. So it can always, because you know there's 7 days, so not to do every day, so you can somehow or rather weave that within those 7 days. Because what you want people to know is like, for example, if I'm selling chocolate, and if I just use my business account to post my chocolate, nobody knows. If my family members wants to buy chocolate for somebody to as a gift, it's a missed opportunity because they don't even know I'm selling chocolate. They will go to their friend, padahal you are selling chocolate, you see. So I think it's something that is entrepreneur need to see how they can cross promote between their business and personal. So ada apa dengan penjenamaan diri? Okay, so now you understand that you need to create that brand for yourself and also your business. So similar to product, like for example, nowadays you give your name cards. You give your name cards away, but I feel that nowadays this is something that people do not. People take it from you. People give it as a courtesy, but after that it disappears somewhere else.
Yes.
But people will go to your apa you punya IG they will want to see because actually that's your name card.
Dah.
Apa dia?
WhatsApp boleh scan apa tu
WhatsApp boleh scan, tapi macam like then you have to still do it manually lah. Okay, Rina minta bagi name card, okay, scan hantar. Tapi kalau you check out, last time people say check out my website, but if you know that website, not everybody have access to website, then you have to create the website. It's a little bit more work lah than having an Instagram or a Facebook, so or LinkedIn. So that is your name card now. So you can see that nowadays people find you and look for you and understand what you do through digital, through your phone screen. So
first thing they Google you.
Google you. Yeah, they Google you. They will stalk you. They will stalk you. So similar to what you see on your digital, like products, like all these products, they are all brands, so, and it gives a different kind of look and feel. Like, what do you know that red can for? What do you know that detergent in blue color? What is the kind of impression that you have when you see, or when you drive a Proton Saga, when you drive a BMW, they are still cars, but they carry different kind of feel. So for me, similar like individual, individuals also carry brands. So when you see all these faces, I don't even have to name them, but you can you can identify a certain brand or a certain personality to them. I just want to highlight on Mr. Donald Trump, so he had a shift in his brand actually. Previously he was known as the property Mongol, he was in that show You're Fired, so he was very popular as a property businessman. But when he became a politician, his personal brand also changed. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that our personal brand we can craft it and we can design it as however that we want to. Yeah. So as I was saying just now, so me and my business, we are a separate entity. So say for example, this uncle is selling the bag. So Mr. Uncle and also the bag, they're two separate ones, but actually you are your product. So I guess, if he's selling the bag, he's carrying the bag, he needs to be the first promoter of his bag. Okay, so you are your product. You can see that a lot of business owner do this. If they sell tudung, they themselves wear the tudung. They themselves is the model. And I feel that because of social media, a lot of people feel intimidated. So there are a lot of founders. I feel that, if you are carrying the brand, maybe you can wear your product and be the model. So that way you save money from hiring a model. You see Nilofa also wear her own tudung kan? Then she save money because it re-emphasize the product and you. Okay, so these are some of the quotes that I like to share. Jeff Bezos from Amazon. Branding is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken, because people will say, okay, Tini, you know what? If I need to build my brand and I need to identify my uniqueness, What is it? So I like this quote because it says be yourself, because you can't be anyone else, you see. And you need to have a voice as well to create that uniqueness of who you are. Yep, Akin, I think this one. You are to a brand, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. Yeah, so if you're not comfortable, I think you have to start being comfortable. Kalau nak jadi usahawan, kalau tak selesa nak tampilkan diri, saya rasa di era digital ni dah kena cuba selesa dan kena cuba tampilkan diri, kan? Macam like for example, Rina, like we all know that Facebook, we know the founder is Mark Zuckerberg. We fly on Air Asia. We know Tony Fernandez because they are they go along together. So it becomes much stronger that way. Yeah. Yep. So as per Rina cakap tadi kan, sekarang semua orang Google you to get the first impression. Have you tried searching for yourself? Try Googling and see what come out. So this is a very good exercise because when I do this exercise with entrepreneur, like for example, they are selling health product, or they are selling watches, or they are selling kids product. So when they Google their name, by right, what should come up is those say Nina kids product. Instead, some of them when they Google, there were other things that came out. Yeah, so it doesn't come out the product and them doesn't come out. So when they Google the product, they don't come out. So again, so it's something that usually you can work on when you're posting, use your hashtag for your product, or when you use your product, you can use hashtag for yourself. So there's always that cross promotion there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so these are all the virtual platform that's available for us to create our branding for ourselves and our business. And it's just not limited to Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. In fact, when I did my research, I think there's about 500 social media platforms, but because some of it we don't use, so the opportunity is abundant. So before I end this session, what I'm trying to say is that entrepreneur also need to see themselves as an influencer, so influencers. So how you create a stronger brand for yourself is also to have a voice. So what are you fighting for? What is your cause? For example, I follow Gary V. Okay, he's actually started off with his family business selling wine. Okay, but now and then after that he opened his Vayner Media. So it's a media company talking about SEO lah, social media lah. But his branding is actually a motivational speaker. He talks about entrepreneurship and he talks about how you have to be real to yourself. Don't follow the Jonases. Orang nak drive Mercedes, you pun nak drive Mercedes. Tapi you tak mampu, So he talks about all his topics are very real, and it talks about how each entrepreneur have to be true to themselves and their business. So nothing about Vayner Media, kan? Because that's his voice. So like for example, if you're selling a health product, you're selling a health product and you want people to take care of their health and their weight. So maybe your voice or maybe the brand that you want to bring for yourself is a subject matter expert for health areas, anything. So if I'm thinking like, oh, you know what, I need to lose a bit of weight lah. Who do I find? Almost immediately people will think of you. I will think of you and I'll go check out your Instagram to see what tips that you have for me. So how entrepreneur can create a more stronger brand for themselves is also to try and turn themselves to become influencer in talking about things that they care about. So they are subject matter expert. So some of the things that if like macam ada orang tengah watching and say, oh, I tak tahulah, where do I start? Okay, so maybe you can look at 1 or 3 area of expertise where your friends or family always go to you. What do you read online? What's your passion? What's your interest? And would you still be interested in this area after 6 months? Okay, so that is that is the end of my sharing, Rina. I know it's like, I'm trying to condense a lot of things in about 20 minutes, but I hope it makes sense.
No worries, Kartini. So, well, thank you so much. If I may summarize it, right, from what with us, right? There is no, separation when you are an entrepreneur, and to me, the CEO of a company is the number one salesman of the company. You carry the brand, right? If you look at your iPhone, the first thing you thought about is Steve Jobs. It is interlinked, it is intertwined, right? So what you want is to actually dapat mind share consumer. So like, say for example, PJ, which makcik jual the most the best nasi lemak? Because when I want to eat and I want to eat nasi lemak, that makcik shop should come to my mind. That's psychology behind it, right? How you actually occupy the mind of the consumer. So I think it's important that usahawan or entrepreneur realize this. Like you say, you don't have to hard sell tiap-tiap hari 7 hari tu chocolate ke you punya nasi lemak, but you can be the thought leader in that particular space. If you are,
thought leader,
you can talk about the ingredients that you use, and people will come to you because they felt that you have in-depth passion and knowledge about that particular
yes,
right?
yeah. Thank you for